Raider! Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Fan Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, but let they come. A leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down. Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murph back once again for what we hope to be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. This is episode number 178 of Raiders Fan Radio, coming to you live from Murph's Fan Cave. And I appreciate all of you joining us on the YouTubes tonight. For those of you that have never joined us on the YouTubes, all you got to do is go to youtube.com/Murph's Fan Cave. That is MURFS Fan Cave, and you could jump into the chat like Ron the Raider, of course, along with Coach Davis, Raider Rich, Atticus B. Rockin', Michelle Sweat, Adam Hill, Full Metal Mexican, Jesus Alvarez is in there, Kilyadas, I got your voicemail tonight. It was really garbled, though, so I'm not going to be able to play it, but thank you for being in the chat room, and thank you for always supporting the show. Raider Cody says he's a big fan. We're a big fan of yours, too, Cody. Kevin the Raider Nerd is in there. Simone Raider, what's up, man? Got a chance to meet Simone Raider in person in Vegas a couple weeks ago. Great to meet you. Raider from Rosa is in there. Rev Raider is in there. Daniel Mangus is in there. We got a ton of folks in the chat room tonight. Appreciate all of you and what you do each and every week to support us here at Murph's Fan Cave. All right, so without further ado, tonight's co-host here in the Fan Cave is a man that just got done rocking a Domenico's Mosh Reuben. I think he's done with his cannoli, so I'm going to flip over now to the man that adorns the western annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk, the one and only, the unmatched, Uncle Mosh. Hey, Uncle Mosh.
Hey.
What are you doing?
I'm reading.
Oh, okay. What did you do, post-sandwich? What are you reading about?
I'm reading. Oh, my gosh.
What? What are you reading about?
Look at this.
What? That's beautiful, isn't it?
Can you see it?
That's your commemorative edition of Allegiant Stadium newspaper.
This is so cool.
It's
so cool.
Yeah.
So since I didn't get to go, they brought me stuff.
We brought you some stuff from Vegas,
well,
Mosh.
let me just say, there's not a we brought me stuff.
Well, actually,
you brought me stuff.
That's true. I brought
because
you stuff.
we know who Captain Greedy over here wouldn't he'd never. Oh no, I gotta have that. Well, okay, what do you gotta do? Oh, I gotta hide it from my wife. Okay,
He would never do such a thing. What happened?
My computer just left me.
Did it die?
Now it's starting back up.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll be back.
Okay, you'll be back. All right.
But anyway,
yeah.
Mosh,
it's been a minute since you've been here in the Fan Cave. Welcome back.
I was back. I was here.
It's been 3 weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah, couple weeks. Yeah,
couple weeks.
Yeah.
Well, you and I did. Last time we were here was the week after Jeff had to leave, right?
Yes. So that would have been. You haven't been here since. Were you here when we beat Carolina? You haven't been here since. No, I think it was with Tristan, right? I don't know.
No, I was here the night Jeff had to leave.
That was preseason still, or before the season
He had to
started.
take the baby to the hospital.
Right.
And then wasn't I here the very next week?
I don't remember. I can't remember if you've been here for a win or not. But anyway, the Raiders are 2-0, Mosh. That's good, right?
Yeah, it was 2-0. Yeah,
it was.
And then you and I watched again. We are batting 500.
We are batting 500. From the living room couch there.
From the living room couch.
Oh,
there goes.
I'll get that for you.
Get that for me. So let's see. You and Jeff. Who cares?
Who cares?
Nikes.
That's right. All right.
I do want to say this.
All right, say something, Mosh.
I'm off of it.
What are you off of?
Not sugar. That's for damn sure. Not caffeine. And not Domenico's.
Oh, my gosh.
Uncle Mosh special Reuben sandwiches that he makes. I want my name on the board in there.
He's probably in the chat. In fact, he is in there. Jeff's in the chat. What's up, Jeff? Jeff Murphy? Shout out Domenico's, fueling us pre-show every week.
Absolutely. I think I want like an asterisk or something. You know, because it's that time of the year. You know, it's that time of our generation where in 2020 things have asterisks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want an asterisk on his board.
Okay.
By the Domenico's, you know, where it says Domenico's Reuben.
Yeah.
There needs to be an asterisk.
Like what just says the Mosh.
The Mosh.
In parentheses, the Mosh.
Yeah. You know, that gets
cool.
gets a little bit of that, you know, slightly toasted and then a little bit of that extra on the extra.
I brought him one of those Modelo inaugural season cans like I brought you too. There, look at that. I got these Swaggo and I got those in Vegas. And I brought one today, brought one for Mosh, and then I gave one to Jeff at Domenico's.
Nice.
So I should have held out and bribed him. And been like, hey, can we get a Mosh on the board? And
You should have put an asterisk on his Modelo. Hey, that sounds kind of weird.
Hey, I don't need to know your business. All right. All right, I appreciate those of you joining us here tonight for episode number 178. Got a lot to talk about tonight. Tons of emails and voicemails. So we're going to get to you quicker than you want to hear about all of our tales of everything. But I just want to also acknowledge a lot of the folks that we had a chance to meet down in Vegas. We're going to get to that in our respect segment here in just a minute. But before we do that, though, we need to get to some business. And I'd like to formally announce, Mosh, this thing that we've been talking about for weeks now is now a fully realized thing, and that is the One Nation Foundation. Now, Raider Nation, listen to all those Asians. Raider Nation, you can donate by going to onenationfoundation.net, or you can donate directly at PayPal to donation@onenationfoundation.net. And what that does is that's a nonprofit organization that myself and Raider Cody started that we announced formally during the Monday night game. Well, that thing's up and running now. It's got its own website, so you can go to onenationfoundation.net. There's a donate button there. Cody briefly tells about kind of the origin of it, how we got started with the Blitnikoff Foundation, Mosh, where you and I and Swaggo and Sonny went and presented our donation to them live last year.
Right.
Cody's got his story up there about how he generated funds for the Greater Youth Sports Association and kind of how our minds came together and now formed this nonprofit. So this is Cody and myself. Uncle Mosh sits on the board of this. This is an official nonprofit organization, and we're going to be adding more people to it as well. Our goal is to have 5 people on the board, but right now it's Cody, myself, and Mosh. And so anyways, this is a fully realized real thing. So please help us help these different charities like the Blitnikoff Foundation, like the Stabler XOXO Foundation, like the Greater Youth Sports Association of Las Vegas, like many others that we're planning on giving to, because we look to completely blow out of the water any of the fundraising we did over the previous year. That goes for ourselves and Cody. And also, this has nothing to do with either of our shows. This is a brain trust formed by us on behalf of Raider Nation. That's all that it is. So we could collectively raise money and give it to those that are in need. So help us support these various Raider-associated charities. And Raider Nation, you rock, man. And all this stuff, we're just a gathering point. You guys are the ones that actually do all this stuff. And thank you to all of you last year that supported us and Cody. And thank you to all of you this year that are going to support us and Cody through the onenationfoundation.net. So thank you very much for that. We appreciate you. And also, if you want to help us also give to Stabler, we're still running our RaidersFanRadio.com/gear link. Any money raised there takes you to the Fanatics website. Doesn't cost you anything extra. We get a kickback, and then all that money goes into the hopper for the foundation. You can do that as well. But the main thing we want to focus on from now on, you're going to hear this from us at the top of everything we ever do, onenationfoundation.net. So thank you very much, all of you, for that. Also tonight, we're going to talk a lot about, obviously we're going to hear we're going to hear whatever. We're going to hear a lot.
Much. That's what I was saying when I was eating my Reuben. I'm like, this is much. What else are you going to say when you're eating the best Reuben ever in the history of the world?
So you're going to hear a lot from us on the game this last week. Look for us this weekend. I've got a couple more shows after RFR Live to post up. We're going to have the new Fan Club Blitz coming up. That's going to be on your Murph's Fan Cave podcast feed. That's probably going to be up tomorrow. And then Sonny and I will have another RFR Rundown. That will come on Friday, and that we're going to preview the upcoming game against the Buffalo Bills. So we're going to kind of live in the past a little bit, as much as we hate to do that, as much as we all want to move on. We're going to kind of dwell on this thing together and hopefully, whatever. What do you call it, Mox?
I don't know. But
yeah, soothing. Like, what are we doing here?
Jeez, OP.
What are we doing over here? What?
You've been rambling.
Well, that's what I do at the top of the show.
No, but not like
completely different.
All right, say something. I got one for you.
Wait.
Okay, go.
I got nothing.
Thanks. I got one for you. So,
Go ahead.
As you know, we went to Vegas last week. I went to Vegas.
Where?
Las Vegas.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
When?
I went to, for the Monday night game.
Did you bring me anything?
Yeah, I brought you some stuff. It's on your desk. It's on the Western Annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk. So I go to Vegas, and I've been talking about this Vegas trip for weeks and months,
8
even
years. Yeah.
Yeah, and my boo Max was going to be with me. We were going to go together. Unfortunately, she had a family emergency. She wasn't able to go. Swag on completely short notice. His wife, Chris, the amazing Chris, jumped in, and she's like, well, maybe you ought to go. And so Swag was able to make the trip. But I brought that up because I got a lot of messages from folks going like, where's Max? Like, what happened to Max? Like, Max is good. She's healthy. She's great. She just had had a family thing come up. She needed to hold back on short notice. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make the trip. But thank you to all of you that have reached out to ask.
Hey,
about
family first, always in our house. So it's always been that way. It always will be that way.
Amen.
You know.
Amen.
And the amazing Chris didn't say, I'm going to tell the story because Swaggy ain't here.
Okay, yeah. Swag's not here tonight.
Again,
Okay, you haven't noticed.
And
yeah.
I'm going to tell the story. She did not say, maybe you should go.
She didn't?
No. It was more like, get the hell out. Call that tall son of a gun with the bad beard and ask him if he can find, someplace for you to stay. He's got a lot of comps. Uncle Moss told me how much he loses when he goes to the casino. Hey.
I don't gamble so good. I go for the fun. Hey, it's funny, though. And the other question we got, number one, it was how's Max? Is she okay?
Right.
Whatever. Then the other one was, did you guys get a double bet, or did you and Swag bunk up on the king?
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I'm like, no, I was able to get a double room when I checked in.
Actually, yeah. I was in the same suite with you guys last year in Oakland, so I will say that what happens in Vegas started in Oakland.
Oh, my gosh, true that. All right, Mosh, so we got a lot of stuff to get to tonight. Let's kick this show into gear. First off, we're going to start with episode number 178. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, and we get new listeners all the time, appreciate you joining us here in the Fan Cave. We always take our episode number and then correlate that with something significant within Raider Nation. And our buddy Swag Jeff is the one that has that duty. And so since Jeff isn't here tonight, he called this one in. So let's check in with Swaggo for episode 178.
Hey, what's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Swag Jeff with Raiders Fan Radio coming to you tonight for episode number 178 of RFR Live. 178 every week. I take a significant moment in Raider history and connect it back to the show number. And episode 178 brings back a lot of things. First off, 178 hours ago, Murph and I were still in Las Vegas. That's right, Vegas, baby. During that trip, we had 178 Coors Light. We lost $178 at the craps table in the first 178 seconds. We bought 178 things at the Raider Image. We watched the Raiders beat the Saints with 178 of our closest friends. We took 178 photos of Allegiant Stadium, and we said no thank you to 178 ladies on the Vegas Strip wanting to, quote, take pictures with us. But the real 178 tonight, we're going to talk about our boy, number 12, Snake.
There you go.
1974, the best season ever for Snake. Besides the Super Bowl anyway. But he was a Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro, NFL Offensive Player of the Year, NFL Passing Touchdown Leader, AFC Player of the Year, and NFL MVP.
Come on.
That season, he was 11-2 as a starter. I guess he sat one game out during that year. but he threw for 2,469 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. But no, the stat isn't that he got 178 phone numbers for Bronco cheerleaders. That year, he had 178 completions. Have a good show, guys. Peace.
Nice job, Swaggo.
Good job, Swaggy
Good
J.
job. Good job. All right, Uncle Mosh, let's hit some contact information and then get to some respect.
I said to myself when I came here this morning.
Yeah.
This morning. But
You've been
8 minutes.
8 minutes before showtime.
All right, boys and girls,
I'll tell you
pay
later.
attention. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an update. That's right. I got some stuff for you. Take out a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen. Heck, use your pocket knife and carve the info into your dashboard as you're driving down the highway. First off, you need to like us on our fan page on Facebook. That's right. Go to Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. Don't forget about the Twitter. You know your old Uncle Mosh, he twits now. That's right. Go to at Raiders Fan Radio. Also, don't forget the Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about our website? That's right, RaidersFanRadio.com. Heck, if you want to, you can even email us, show at RaidersFanRadio.com, or call us on the Raiders Fan Radio hotline, 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Don't forget Merv's Fan Cave on the YouTube, where you can get all the show links like the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz. Find all our stuff on podcast providers like Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play. All right, did I hit the time limit?
Good. I always forget that. All right, so let's get to, around here at Raiders Fan Radio, we like to give respect. We don't do props, we don't do shout outs. Nothing wrong with those things, but we're Italians. We like to give a little bit of respect. But Mosh, before I give respect, I gotta throw some shade, as the kids say. I gotta give a little disrespect.
Okay.
There was something happened a couple weeks ago that I wasn't too fond of. It wasn't too kind, if you ask me. And so here's what I'm going to throw some shade at some individuals. Nobody in particular, because I'm not going to mention names, but I'm going to say this. We did a live stream Cody did a live stream of the Raider game on Monday night against the Saints. A live watch party, if you will. We had numerous people coming in and out. Cody was very gracious with this broadcast, and not only allowed me to jump in for a while, but people that are associated with our show. Kevin the Raider Nerd, Swag Jeff, and that more than even just us. It was, of course, Samoan Raider was in there for a long time. President of the Las Vegas chapter of the Black Hole. Like, I know I'm forgetting people because it was a rotation. Of course, his co-host Kenny King, who is awesome, by the way, getting to meet him in person. But anyway, so point being, though, is that there's this carousel of guys. Cody is there and there like the whole time, aside from like the 10 minutes that Jeff and I, when he had to use the restroom, and Jeff and I stole his show, which was pretty fun. But anyways, so like Cody's doing this marathon podcast. All of about 5 minutes of that show were about the game and about the very Raidery things going on around the game. During that 5 minutes that it wasn't, were when Cody and I were announcing the formation of the One Nation Foundation. And don't you know what? There was a handful of people in the chat that were going, when are you guys going to talk about the game again? Shut up about the foundation.
No, they didn't.
I swear to goodness, it was the most... I'm not going to use bad words.
It made you crazy, didn't it?
Yes, it did. And when I went back and watched some of the stuff and I saw some of the chats... Like, really, seriously, man, like, shame on you. Like, whoever you are, mad disrespect for us. And you know what? If you can't tolerate 5 minutes of us talking about a foundation that's going to give to those that are in need and to try to do some good in the world, and you just want us to be a couple of freaking, monkeys up there dancing for your entertainment, like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you're not even flipping us a quarter for us to do that. It's free. If you don't like it, turn it off, jackass. Oh, my gosh. That was so annoying, dude. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to do some good with all this stuff. And, like, you get some shade. Like, stop it. Anyways, all right, I'm going to move on from that. Let's go to respect. Let's go to the good stuff.
It kind of ticked you off a little bit.
Oh, man, you tell? It kind of wound me up, Mosh.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. All right, so let's go respect. So I want to give crazy, mad respect to a lot of folks.
Stop.
What? What?
La Familia, man.
What?
We got a new member.
What happened? Let me go to your camera. Go ahead. What's going on?
What respect, man. First things first.
Okay, please.
Sonny.
Oh, Mosh, thank you.
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
What are you thinking? Don't make me come over there and crack you one. Don't be slighting my latest great.
Yeah.
Great. What is that?
It's your grandnephew.
It's a grandnephew. Yeah.
Yeah. Raise them right, raise them Raiders.
Raise them right, raise them Raider. Raider Rex.
Raider Rex.
Come on.
Congratulations.
The kid's already got a handle.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Sonny. That's
Come on.
Fourth child, third boy. Congratulations to Sonny and his beautiful wife, Rachel, for the birth
spitting out Raider Rex.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we love it.
Thank you for saying
that.
Yeah,
man.
Thank you. Good call out there. Family first. Absolutely. All right, so back to when we were in Vegas, and again I mentioned this marathon podcast. We did a post game show, all this stuff that went on down in Vegas. Raider Cody, man, for putting this whole thing together and inviting us and welcoming us to be part of this thing. It was an absolute blast. It was the closest you could possibly get to a Raider tailgate, to being at a Raider game, like with all the COVID restrictions and clearly not being able to do those things. It was the closest you could possibly get to doing that. And it was because of Cody's brainchild and his putting this whole thing together, this watch party. And it's all on the YouTubes. Go to Cody's channel. You can watch the whole thing. And it's a dang blast, man. Gorilla Rilla's there. I mean, you name it. And I'm going to get to here in a second, but all these people. And thank you, Jeff, for jumping in and joining me on the trip. Last minute, man, it was a lot of fun being with my best friend in Las Vegas. Man, we had a great time. But thank you to Kenny King Jr. Man, it was great to meet Kenny in real life. Thank you to Cody's dad, Bill. Bill is like Cody's freaking like half roadie, half security, half like, and he did catering. He went and got food from Allegiant Stadium. Like, Bill was amazing. Great to meet Bill. Ruben in Vegas, Mosh. Our buddy Ruben in Vegas, Ruben in Vegas is the guy responsible for this Welcome to Vegas sign that hangs up proudly here in the fan cave. He now also, Mosh, that 60th anniversary sign right there, signed by Reggie Kinlaw, Steve Wisniewski, Darren McFadden. Ruben came to the live event and gave me that in person. The nicest gesture, man. Thank you, Ruben. Got to meet him and his lovely wife, spent some time hanging out with him, watching the game. Got some pictures with them. Thank you, Ruben, man. That was so cool. Raider Ramon he's in his Iron Man helmet. He's got his Made Man tattoo. He's going every 2 minutes on the podcast. He keeps pulling open the ear cup on my headphones going, let's effing go. It was so funny, man. So Raider Ramon, man, you're the best. Kevin the Raider Nerd absolutely took over the fan event. Absolutely represented Raider Nation proud at Baby Yoda in tow. It was great to see Kevin. Happy birthday, Kevin. Celebrating his 50th birthday. Stacy Ruff Raider showed up down there. Hung out with Stacy Ruff Raider. A lot of respect to him. Samoan Raider, who I mentioned, great to meet him. He has a phenomenal YouTube channel as well. If you don't follow Samoan, go check him out. He's way more popular than we are, so I'm sure you've already seen him. But he's just such a great guy. Great to meet him. Devontae from the Greater Youth Sports Association. Hugh frickin' Jackson, former Raider head coach, was there. Hung out with Hugh for a little bit. Gorilla Rilla, of course. John, the owner of Stage Door Casino. So many people made this thing so awesome, and thank you to all of you. Much respect to you from us, from everybody here at the Fan Cave, man. That trip to Vegas was absolutely epic. Mosh, next time we go, you have to be there.
Stupid jobs.
I know, right?
I stole that from Daniel and his brother, who doesn't really exist. Mangus, yeah. He said, it was pretty funny. He goes, stupid college. Yeah, I'm with you, Mangus. I'm with you, main guy.
The main guy.
The main guy. Yeah, stupid job.
Stupid job.
Yeah. That's all right. I'm glad you guys had fun.
We had a great time.
Man, it's because you guys kept in contact, and every time the phone would ring and I would see it was either you or Swaggy, I'm like, crap, where's the Western Union office? I gotta go make another deposit, but
It was great, man. It was such an amazing time. And so anyways, thank you to Cody, and thank you to everybody that I just rattled off there. Much respect. All right, I got two more for you in the respect segment. I also want to, it's been a minute since we've been on the air. It's been a couple of weeks, so I got a lot to get to. So I also want to give respect to an artist, Mosh.
Nice.
People send us stuff here to Fan Cave all the time. And I was reached out to by this artist named Richard Miller. If you look at our show notes in the YouTube notes, you'll find a link to him on his Fine Art America artist website. Said, hey, man, can I send you some art? And I was like, of course, sure.
Yeah.
So I said...
I'll start with Art Shell.
So I said, would you mind doing two pieces? I said... I would be honored to hang one up in the fan cave, and that's what his original ask was. And then I said, and he said, maybe you could give another one away. And I'm like, perfect. I'm like, I would love actually to auction it off and give the money to One Nation Foundation. So much respect to artist Richard Miller. So I said,
sweet.
I sent him this picture because I said, hey, Richard, we're giving our money away to Stabler and Biletnikoff Foundation. Can you do a rendition of this picture? And I sent him this picture, and so here it is. So this is an original done by Richard Miller, and it proudly hangs up here above me in the fan cave. So I'm gonna keep this one here in the cave, but then I'm gonna have another one of these, and we're gonna auction that off and give all the money to the One Nation Foundation. So thank you and much respect, Richard Miller.
Nice. I love that. What a great photo. And it's so cool. Who was it? I can't remember who the coach was. Remember when he came in after Madden and wouldn't let the guys sit on their helmets?
Oh, that was Shinny.
Yeah. And it was like, really? What? You're going to try to change the culture?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Al didn't keep him around long.
No, not long at all. All right, one more to get to, and then we're going to jump into to some game discussion. Want to give respect to Raider-born Rico. Now we're going to hear from Rico. We're going to hear from Rico here in the Sea of Fans segment, but also Rico sent us in. We've been gone for a while.
Yeah, a minute.
Rico sent us in a voicemail prior to the Vegas trip, and this was in response to Kevin the Raider Nerd saying, "Hey Rico, you got like the best voice ever, and I'm a big Star Wars fan, and for my birthday it'd be cool if those things kind of came together at some point, like literally like the crawl that goes across the beginning of a Star Wars movie. That would be cool." So we got a voicemail from Rico, and then Kevin, there's a little surprise for you here at the end.
Hey guys, Red Bull Rico here. So first and foremost, let me congratulate the entire Red Booster Club Italia for getting their own spot on the Las Vegas Stadium Legacy Bricks. Especially let me congratulate Eu, Mauri, Ricky, Marco for keeping their Raider voices loud on the Italian podcast Let It Rip. They're on the third season. Congratulations, fellas. Then let me congratulate my sister for giving me my first smartphone 5 years ago, as I only used flip phones all my life, because that's the way I discovered the RFR podcast. Remember, you've been a great company for an Italian Raider who lives in an island just a step away from Africa. So congratulations to all the made men and women, the chat, Sonny, Murph, Uncle Mosh, Swaggy J, for bringing people together every week, spreading pure Raider energy. Speaking of Raider energy, congratulations to all the fans supporting the Raiders without being in the stadium. I mean, all the positive, passionate Raider energy reached the game and we were able to get a win. Then, of course, congratulations to all the Raider team. Congratulations to Nicholas Morrow for finally catch the damn ball. Congratulations to the Carson's family for kicking an endgame field goal and a baby on the same night. Then congratulations to myself that I was so hyped for the game that I missed it, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Remember, here there's a difference of, we're ahead 8 hours from Vegas, without any recollection of the events leading to this moment. Especially congratulations to me for waking up in my house and not in someone else. That happened, trust me, easy in different occasions. So anyway, I wake up, eat a couple of pills, open another beer, and start enjoying the game even if we're late. So, and last, I want to congratulate Sean Payton, okay? Had no doubts you were going to play like that, as I had no doubt you were packing your little purse with the chihuahua in it and get your sorry ass out of Vegas with a loss. Congratulations, Sean Payton. Good job. Now, this go for Kevin the Raider Nerd. I tried to do my best, Kevin. So I got to write it down. Let me open this. And, okay. Let me hit the music first. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have lost their first battle against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star. An armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire football team and their useless fandom. Happy birthday, brother. So with all this say, I love you all, and I'm out.
Rico! Oh, epic.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
All right, one last thing to keep the lights on before we jump into the game discussion. MyBookie, winning season returns at MyBookie. Winning season means doubling your first deposit. Winning season means insane props, epic bonuses, and the craziest cross-sport wagers. At MyBookie, winning season means watching live sports and betting live sports all season long. Rejoice, the NFL has returned. That means action-packed Sundays and huge cash prizes. Get in on the action. Use promo code CAVE, that's say C-A-V-E, and double your first deposit. New players get up to $1,000 in free play, and it's designed to add more. Excitement to the sports you love and the games you bet. Bet with the best this NFL season for your chance to win big. Use promo code CAVE, C-A-V-E, and double your first deposit. Your winning season begins today, only at MyBookie.
What's up, everyone? This is Maurice Hurst with the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff. Just win, baby. Thanks.
All right, Uncle Mosh, let's jump into some talk about the Patriots game. But before you and I kind of give our immediate take on it, of course, chat room, we want to hear from you. Mosh, how about shout them out? You got your chat working yet?
Sure.
All right, who we got in the chat?
Miguel Ruiz, Stacy Ruff, that guy Kevin, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Kilienos 907, one of the Mangus, there's only one, The Big Easy, Raider Roo, around the Mater Raider, Running Bear. I mean, everybody is here. Everybody's here. I can't scroll up or it'll go crazy. Can I just say
Please,
this?
yeah.
I want to say, there's a handful of us out there.
Yeah.
That when you guys go nuts on Star Wars, this is what I hear.
Okay. You don't do the wars, Mosh.
I don't do the wars.
You don't like the wars.
It's not that I don't like it. I don't care.
It's not.
All right, anyway.
It's not a lifestyle, Mosh.
No, it's not a lifestyle.
No,
I don't get it. But
that's okay.
Jeff Murphy, who made my dinner. Stacy Ruff.
And speaking of the chat, Raider Roo's in there. Raider Roo, I saw Raider. They were limiting the amount of people coming into Stage Door Casino in Vegas. I saw Raider Roo in line at one point and waved at him. I wish I would have went over to him now and said hello. So hi, Raider Roo, and much respect to you for coming out. But he never made it in. He never came in. I guess he left as the game was starting, and so because I was just expecting to see you inside in a minute. So, anyways, good to wave at you. Sorry,
Raider Roo, Full Metal Mexican.
There we go. I'm
still going.
You're still going. All right, so Mosh, you're gonna get a kick out of this. So look, none of us were happy with what happened this last Sunday. It was a tough game, but I was shocked, Mosh. I was shocked at the media outcry that happened. Now, look, we as Raider fans are highly passionate and occasionally volatile, if you haven't noticed, when it comes to Raider victories, we can get too high, and in Raider losses, we can get too low. What was surprising to me was the media reaction. All right, now, I'm going to go live to some of the media reaction in response to the Raider game on Sunday. Now, it starts off with CNN.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
Now, apparently NBC had time to recast The Office and go back into the studio because this is what character Michael Scott had to say.
All I can do right now is put on a brave face and go out there and be their leader.
It's over.
Stephen A. Smith even had this to say.
All of us are going to die.
Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show had this to say.
Every one of us.
We can't pretend, and I can't go to you, Chuck, with my normal give me simple analysis question, because I think we need to just pause for a moment and say, that was crazy. What was that?
It was a train wreck.
Even Clay Travis had something to say about the Raider game.
Oh, my goodness. What a tempestuous, what a tumultuous, what a wild, crazy, zany, absurd, farcical, every basic analogy, every basic adjective that you can think of. It was a brouhaha of the highest magnitude.
The key word.
All right,
he called me today.
Clay did?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I want to hear about that. All right, I got one more for you. Kennedy from Fox News.
Word here tonight is alcohol. And you better believe the hospitals are going to be overrun, because if anyone was playing a drinking game during this
Raider game,
they are hammered and probably in critical condition. This is the most 2020
Raider game
we could have ever hoped for. And speaking of which, poor
Sonny,
I don't think there's a beverage strong enough to calm his nerves. I cannot imagine what a lesser
Raider fan
will have to do to themselves before or after to tame these baboons.
That's a great bit, dude.
Thank you.
That is
Marsh.
so
Thank
good.
You.
That is so
Thank
good.
You. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. I'll be in the fan cave.
Brouhaha is... Ron the Manarator says brouhaha is a vastly underused word. It's such a wrestling word.
Yes, it is, right?
We got a Donnybrook going here. What a brouhaha.
Brouhaha. You know what? I brought up one of our other favorite wrestling colloquialisms or whatever when we were on the broadcast down in Vegas, and Jonathan Abram ran into that crane. I told Cody, I'm like, it's like you hear Larry Zbyszko go, he went kidney first in the ring post. You know what I mean? Remember that? Oh, you talk like that?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Mad respect, Animal Past.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Road Warriors, yeah. While you guys were in Vegas last week.
Oh, I didn't know
man.
that. Yeah.
He's a young man, too.
Really?
Laryngitis, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, much respect.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, we don't get political around here, but I hope those of
love
you
the bit.
Go, you can appreciate the bit there. All right, so Mosh, though, I think I've used up all my words tonight. You've
never used brouhaha.
Never. No, I haven't done that. Now you and I watched this game together, so I'm already kind of hip to your thoughts on it. But Raider Nation wants to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a hot minute, Mosh. What do you think about the game? And really give me even a running feeling on kind of where we're at in the season based on, what happened in New England this past Sunday.
Okay, so we had some glimpses of stuff that I enjoyed. There was a handful of big hits. As many big hits were coupled with as many missed tackles by Abram.
Yeah.
But then the guy is laying the wood a couple times. But so no COVID. So I'm saying to myself, man, if it's not what we saw last year. When we're saying, oh man, we're just a fingertips away, or we just got to get in there, because our defense, we can't give up in the 30s and keep winning. We can't continue to do that. But there was some time there. This is a young bunch of guys, man, who are playing above themselves without the benefit of a preseason. So it caught up to him, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's a lot of hate for Paul Gunther in the chat around the world,
yeah.
But there was some stuff that I saw that was good. It was obvious, with the highest paid offensive line not being the offensive line that we saw on Sunday. That hurt. But we didn't see the Derek Carr that we saw for the last 2 years. We saw a whole new creation there.
Yeah.
We saw Derek Carr playing with weapons. And that's what everybody has said.
And even down a weapon because Ruggs was out.
And even but it was, man, I did not go away depressed. I did not sunny out on this one. And
yeah.
There's no way. There was no way because I was looking at the positives. I was trying to go, okay, we're a half a step away on that one, but we're there. There was stuff, man. There was some big licks, man.
I agree with you, Mosh. It's the normal depression that sets in or has set in over the past, since 2002, sans 2016. I didn't feel that. I didn't feel this overwhelming sense of dread because, look, the plays that Abram missed, not only is he playing hurt, he literally has a chipped bone, or his collarbone is chipped, and he's got a sprained AC joint. So the guy's hurt, and frankly, he's still playing a little reckless. This is effectively his rookie year, and he's playing a little bit reckless, and that's what happens to rookies, and you got to rein them in. Damon Arnett gets hurt. We're already down Kwiatkowski. Our offensive line, the right side of our offensive line has been absolutely depleted. So it's like, I'm not making excuses for the Raiders, but like conditionally, when you look at all the things that were stacked up against them in that game, and considering the way that they perform, I mean, even as challenging of a game as Abram had, he still had a pick. Like he still, you know what I mean? He still picked Cam Newton, and look, and we talked a little bit about it going into the game, but and I'll feel this way about Belichick forever. And I think we touched on a little bit on this show. He's really good at taking away your one or two, and that's what like Jeff Murphy had to say today too. He's really good at taking away your top two weapons, and he forces you to beat them with what you don't do well. Well, when we're already down Ruggs, and then at that one point Edwards gets hurt as well, like we just kind of ran out of weapons. I used to say about the Raiders last year, we ran out of talent. And it kind of felt like that offensively. We ran out of talent on the offensive line. We ran out of talent at wide receiver. And so effectively you're forced to beat Belichick with Josh Jacobs and Darren Waller, and he knows how to take them away to the point where he's double teaming Jacobs in the flat on the check down. Like, come on, man. Like, so I don't have this sense of despair around it. And also what he did offensively with Rex Burkhead, like, yeah, it's the same reason that we know Orlandis Gary exists, or Jamal Charles exists, or Mike Anderson exists. Coaches have been doing that to the Raiders for a long, long time, let alone the greatest coach of all time, where like he knows how to beat you different ways every week. Week in, week out, he knows how to beat teams differently, and it just happened to be Rex Burkhead's week. Some weeks it's the tight ends, some weeks it's Wes Welker. Wes Welker. Julian Edelman, like you notice Julian Edelman didn't have a huge game. But anyways, so I didn't feel that overwhelming sense of despair. Now that said, Mosh, we are way beat up. And I'm not making excuses for Paul Guenther, but he ain't going anywhere. I mean, I know Raider Nation wants him gone, and I think that if he is going to get fired, it's going to be at the bye week, and Marinelli's the guy to step up to replace him, and I think Marinelli is there as a just in case. But Paul Guenther and Gruden are like really good friends. That'd be like me firing Swaggo because he was fumbling over emails all day.
Here's the thing. At the beginning of the year, if you would have said going into week 4, we're 2-1, we'd have taken that.
Amen.
We'd have taken that.
Yep.
So I'm not going to go crazy on that. There was a lot of time when you and I are sitting on the couch and we're going, okay, now that was not Derek's fault.
Oh.
That was not his fault. Okay, that one was, Abram, you can't arm tackle. You get in there and throw it. But again, when you got a chip bone in your shoulder, maybe he's thinking that. Maybe there's a reason he's not,
It's subliminal almost at some point. You're protecting yourself.
But there was plenty of times when we're going, okay, that just the pocket collapsed immediately. The line didn't hold immediately. That was not Derek's fault. When it was last year, we're going, oh, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it was a whole different kind of loss.
This was not on DC, I think look, there has been no one that's been willing to be not overly critical. I think fairly questioning of what Derek has performed at with the level at the past couple of years. Just in terms of like just wins and losses and some of the decisions that he's making. I didn't see that at all. The questions the play that would form the questions that we've had in 2019. I don't see that here in 2020. I just didn't. No. There was one in particular where he went through all the reads. He was out of the pocket. He looked around. Nobody home. Couldn't run for anything. Threw it away. And I looked over you, and I'm like, that was a good play.
That was a good play.
It was a good play.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing smart. He's not, and I know that we wanted to see him stretch the field, but when you don't have Henry Ruggs in the lineup, it's tough to do that. That's the whole point of the Raiders drafting him. So I think they get, I'm not giving them a pass. And I know we hate the Patriots, and I know we wanted to see them beat the Patriots, and we were all riding high off of that Saints win. But listen, it was an East Coast game. It's Bill freaking Belichick. Oh, by the way, he's got a freaking NFL MVP at quarterback again. It's not like Cam Newton is some chump. You know what I mean? He's healthy. He's playing well. Look, let's chalk this one up as, that one sucks. Now let's beat the Bills in Allegiant Stadium.
Absolutely.
Let's stay undefeated in Buffalo. It's a tall order. We're playing the two best teams in the AFC East, potentially two of the best teams in the AFC, period, here back-to-back weeks. Like, Josh Allen is no joke. That defense is no joke. Like, that is going to be a tough game for us. So let's hold the fort, man, at Allegiant this week. And so I look forward to seeing what the Raiders can do against the Buffalo Bills. And check us out on the rundown. We're going to run down that Bills game coming up. Chat room, tell us what you think, man. Love to hear from you all. We're going to hear from many of our callers around this coming up. But chat room, let us know. And Mosh, let's hit a Raiders and pop culture before we get to the Sea of Fans.
Okay.
Yeah. Want to hit a little break there for me?
Do we got music for Raiders and pop culture?
No, just do it. Pick one there.
Oh, here we got this one.
Okay.
I like this guy.
Which one is it?
Hey, Raider Nation. This is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
Goes down, and Max Crosby,
who had a pair of sacks that were
You're listening
big,
to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
Before I go on to Raiders and pop culture, talk about that, Mosh. That was a big deal.
Max he had a great game.
He had a great game.
And little baby Cleveland had a decent game.
Good, man.
We knew it was going to pan out. I guess he's off the hit list. I haven't checked with the capo yet. We'll find out a little bit later.
Yeah,
but that's what I kept saying, man. There's some good stuff going on here.
If anything, Malik Collins is the one that we're going like, where are you, Malik? I thought you were supposed to be the center point of his defense. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, absolutely, Mosh. Good call out there on Max, man. He did. He had a good game. All right. So speaking of Raiders defensive linemen, that's what we call a segue in the business. Raiders and pop culture. So sadly, we lost a couple of famous folks today. Mosh mentioned Animal, but also we lost famous singer Helen Reddy, which is always a big hit on a Raiders show, talking about Helen Reddy.
Let me see. I got that. Okay. No, I don't have that one.
All right. But Mac Davis, and you probably may or may not know who Mac Davis is either. Mac Davis was a famous singer and songwriter back for a long, long time, wrote songs for Elvis. As Mosh told me earlier tonight, had his own variety show that I wasn't aware of, and had his own singing career and acting career. Well, he was, to me as a kid, I knew Mac Davis for playing Seth Maxwell in the movie North Dallas 40.
Right.
So if you've never seen North Dallas 40, it's an old movie, but go watch it. It's really good. It will give you a glimpse into what football of the 70s was like. The movie was made in 1979. It was based on a book written in 73 that was based on the Cowboys.
It was kind of like the first docudrama made into mainstream media movie to come out.
Okay.
A fictional story based on fact.
Okay.
Like followed by, Costner in the JFK movies and, things of that nature, because the book was a fictional story based on fact.
Right. It was written by the guy he played wide receiver for the Cowboys.
Yeah. But it was a great guy. It was a really, really.
Do you remember when that came out?
Oh yeah,
it was like a big deal.
Yeah,
right?
It was a huge deal, and there was all kinds of controversy about it. And when the book came out too.
Okay.
It was kind of like when when Grandpa Tony, when The Godfather came out. Nah. Yeah. Same thing.
So why is this Raiders in pop culture? Well, famous defensive tackle for the Oakland Raiders is John Matuzak, And John Matuzak, during his playing career, much like Pete Koch went on to go do, started starring in movies while he was still playing. So this movie, as I mentioned, came out in 1979. Matuzak played for the Raiders from 76 to 81, I think, off the top of my head. So he's in the middle of his playing career, and he plays O.W. Shattuck in the movie North Dallas 40. So we're the Raiders in pop culture tonight. This is a very, let me set the scene a little bit. It's after a big loss. They're in the locker room, and Matuzak is basically playing himself in this movie. He's a wild man. And the whole time he's all about, substance and, companionship, we'll just say. And you know what I mean? Like, he's very wild of a character. But you see the acting chops of Matuzak show up in this scene at the end after this loss where he's confronting one of the coaches. Now, there's a lot of curse words in it that are bleeped out, so I hope that doesn't detract away from his acting performance here. But check this out, man. This is a guy, this is 6'7", 300-pound man in the middle of his NFL playing career for the Oakland Raiders, bringing it on the silver screen.
You don't listen. We would have won if we studied those tendencies.
Oh, shit! You never give us anything to bring in the game except your fucking facts and tendencies. To you, it's just a business. But to us, it's still got to be a sport.
You're supposed to be a professional. You go out there and you play football.
We'll work harder than anybody to win. But, man, when we're dead tired in the fourth quarter, winning's got to mean more than just money.
You're hired to do a job.
Job! I don't want no fucking job. I want to play football, you asshole. I want some feeling. I want some team spirit.
This ain't no high school. You don't have to love each other to play.
It's just what I mean, you bastard. Every time I called a game, you called a business. And every time I called a business, you called a game. You and BA and all the rest of you coaches are chicken suckers. No feeling for the game at all, man. You'll win, but it'll just be numbers on a scoreboard. Numbers, that's all you care about. Man, that's not enough for me.
I don't have to listen to
those. Oh, yes, you f***ing do. You gotta listen to me for once. All you coaches are chicken You're all chicken Damn you!
Far out.
There's Nolte with the perfect delivery right there. He just goes far out. Oh, love it. Man. Matuzak was the best, man. Rest in peace, John Matuzak. There we go. Some Raiders and pop culture. All right, Uncle Mosh, let's go to the Sea of Fans.
I was not ready. Sorry. I was channeling my inner swaggo.
Oh, okay. There you go. Hit the button.
He's under the gun. He's tied. He's thrown. It is.
I appreciate all of you joining us here tonight in the Fan Cave at youtube.com/Murph's Fan Cave. In the live chat, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Sugar Shane, Lino the Full Metal Mexican, Lizette Ramiro, Running Bear, the Big Easy, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Sugar Shane is in there, Miguel Ruiz is in there, Ron the Materator, of course, holding it all down. Kill Yadas is in there. Jeff Murphy from Domenico's, of course. Appreciate you. Albert, I always mess his name up. Quinones? I think I got that right. And Daniel Mangus. Appreciate you, Daniel. Appreciate all of you. All right, so this is where I get to take a step back because Uncle Mosh does all the heavy lifting and reading the emails. And you can email our show at RaidersFanRadio.com. And we also have a voicemail segment where you can call the show at 909-345-3346. And if we read your email an indefinite amount of times, or if we play your voicemail 3 times, we refer to you as a made man or a made woman. So, Uncle Mosh, without further ado, let's kick off the email segment.
Hey, Raider faithful. The Big Easy here, a one-time Sizzler Award winner of the prestigious Fanny Award, the Rev Raider Juggernaut Award for Best Caller. Wait for the applause to die down. He's giving me stage directions.
Oh, okay. I thought you were the director.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Finally, Murph, Uncle Mosh, Jeff, the president of the Free World Jeff's Club, Swaggo, to Ron the Enforcer, Eye Patch, Chevy Silverator, the Man Guy, Pirate 1975, Running Bear, Kevin Retzel, my man crush, and I ain't scared to say it. I'm confident in my manhood. Raider born Rico. Michelle Sweet, just coach. You all know who he is. Monster Mash Ken, Sugar Shane, Sergeant of Arms, Oakland Raider trucker, His Excellency, somebody called Paul. Who the hell is Paul? Anyway, last but certainly not least, the one and only Capo, Aaron Q-Dog Raider. And to all the made men and made women, mad respect. Can you still say mad respect, or is that so yesterday? What are the kids saying these days? Don't ask Murph. He'll make something up. Okay, back to business. 2 and freaking O. F and A. Man, I haven't been this excited since I saw my urologist back in like 2010, and he gave me a pill. Anyway, I'm not going to get up on a bunch of times. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I know you feel me, Murph. Ooh, not how we wanted to
again
finish.
With the prostate jumps.
Yeah. And Uncle Mosh, and by the looks of it, sooner rather than later, Prez Swago. I digress. Crap, now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well, glasses raised high of our favorite beverage, and give thanks for family and friends, a return to normal, and Raider Nation, the only nation. P.S. I just remembered most of what I was going to say a minute ago. As Al said, just win, baby. I say this, just believe, baby. Believe in what Mark Davis, Mike Mayock, and John Gruden are donning here. We have a team full of Matt Millens, and that's a damn good thing. Believe. Just believe, baby. PSS. I just remembered. I hate Gunther. That's for you, Pirate 1975. And to the RFR family, thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And God bless you for making this old Raider fan laugh as me off every single show.
Nice.
The Big Easy is 10-10 on the side. Slante. Irish for good health to you.
Hey, appreciate you, Big Easy.
I hope I said that right.
I don't know how to say that. I don't know if that's an Irish cheers, I guess.
Slainte.
Slante. Of course,
we
the
always
Irish don't.
Yeah, they don't talk with an Italian.
Yeah, they go, hey, Slante over here.
Slante.
Hey. Oh, sorry.
Sitting here drawing a candle, a little double bath for my wife, waiting Rico's voicemail. So maybe I'll get lucky tonight. I have a few points to discuss about the game. I'll admit at the end of the first quarter, I was disappointed watching our same old Oakland Raiders in their fancy new stadium. As I was about to snap my flat-screen TV over my knee, the Las Vegas Raiders showed up.
Yes.
Wow, what a game. You saw it. I don't need to go into details. It was so nice to finally watch our team, to turn it around and have full command of the game in the fourth quarter. I wasn't chewing my nails off, praying for a miracle for once. That was my favorite part. We showed pride, effort, and perseverance. Our boys were out there having fun with the early crowned Super Bowl champs. They came, they saw, and their dreams died. No more hoping and wishing. We got this. We can handle whatever Cam, Belichick, and Happy Innings is cooking up, aside from maybe the Queefs. Our toughest opponent is now behind us. Go Raiders. P.S. Where's all the Carr? P.S. Where's all the Carr haters now?
Let me guess.
Sitting to my left. Pirate 1975, two-time sizzling made man.
Let me guess. That email came after week 2.
Yeah.
Did he email us back after week?
Yes.
3?
Well, trash talking gets you nowhere. I'll eat my words. I'm at my local Best Buy picking up a new flat screen. Typical Raiders can't expect too much of a good thing. Hey, I ain't sweating it. I should have known that Billy the Brain Belichick has a long history of plugging and playing whoever can pass a high school physical into his system and still win. Silly me. I was thinking, no Brady, we should win. Ha! That game definitely answers the question. Was New England's success more Brady or more Belichick? I think mostly we beat ourselves in New England. Injuries definitely didn't help, but I did want that one for Tuck revenge. It's the first of 4, maybe 5 losses. No biggie. We'll get him in the playoffs. Week 4 will be another test. How well does our young group respond after an L? Finally, Deuce Gruden. Did he work in a nursing home prior to the NFL? he may want to change his regime from sweating to the oldies and shake weights. Conditioning coach is not looking good with half the team crippled on week 3. Ooh, he's putting that all on Deuce?
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. No preseason. Look, rookies and young players are typically prone to injury anyways because they don't have the luxury of being NFL veterans and having the rigors of what NFL veterans do. So they're only used to a college-type season.
Right.
So guys like Abrams' injury was caused by a crane. It wasn't a playing injury.
Correct.
The point being, though, is that rookies are already prone to being hurt. Then you don't have a normal off-season training program. Then you don't have a preseason. Like, it's no surprise to me. Now, is it unfortunate that the Raiders seem to have a lopsided amount of injuries compared to maybe most other teams? Sure, but there are plenty of other teams that are dealing with the exact same things that we are. Does that surprise you, Mosh, or am I off base?
Not at all. I mean, you got to remember that, we're playing a collision sport, and it's inevitable. There's a reason that there's 53 men on the roster. There's a thing called IR. There's practice squads. There's people that are getting elevated, coming in all the time. People get hurt in this game. It's the nature of the beast. And, I don't know that I want to blame it all on Deuce. I think these guys, we weren't complaining about what shape they were in when they did the first 2 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So,
I think it's just the rigors of the season and the lack of, overall.
We'll find out next week.
That's right.
Okay, I'll word it right this time. Hopefully we get back on track, fire up the grill, and grill some Buffalo burgers this weekend. As always, go Raiders. P.S. Hey, haters, it's still not Carr. Pirate 1975, 2-time sizzling made man.
Nice job, Pirate 1975. Appreciate you.
Just sitting here on Friday night thinking about the win over the Saints and this upcoming game against the Pats. All I can think of is, we can get excited about the win and starting 2-0. But there's part of me that is like, all right, have fun for that night and maybe the next, but get right back to work and get ready for the next team. Like Gruden said, he wants to be flipping nightmare for the league. Same here, man. But let's put in the work this year. The sky's the limit for this team. Let's go only at the time I write. This 2 weeks it is in the season, and I feel like it's going to be a long season, but in the good way, putting whoopings to the games. RPZD Joker.
Nice job, RPZD Joker.
Hello, RFR family. Well, 2-1 after a long, strong showing on Monday night. We completely pooped the bed and lay a complete goose egg against the Patriots, which is frustrating. Last week, Carr tapped his inner stabler and completely outplayed Breeze. He didn't play bad against the Patriots, but it wasn't good enough to win. Now, I'd like to say something about a man who has a Twitter and thinks he knows everything. His name is Josh DeBow. Who the hell is Josh DeBow? Here's a man who has never taken a snap, never played a down of football, and yet he thinks he can speak on Carr's career? Watching Carr burn him at the conference was amazing. I haven't played football, but I have been on the football sideline. I think he meant I have been. I've been on the football sideline. My brothers played young football as well as one of them playing high school ball all 4 years. I've seen my fair share of injuries, and yet I've seen them strap up the pads the next week. This man knows nothing about the heart it takes to get the crap knocked out of you week in and week out. Thanks for listening to my rap. Love you, Raider Nation. Yours truly, Matthew M. Proud made man, 2020, Gemini man.
There you go. Good job, Matthew Mangus. Appreciate you. And your brother Daniel, who happens to be next, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's the same print. Okay. Dear RFR. Well, 3 weeks into 2020, we sit at 2-1, and honestly, that's great. I'll start with Monday Night Football. Holy crap, what a game. The offense was humming, and the MVP of the game was hands down DC. He balled out against a really good secondary. Unfortunately, he couldn't repeat it against the Pats. It was great to see Mad Max get his first 2 sacks of 2020. Mo Hurst was flying around making plays. Abrams picked off Cam for his first interception of his career. More to come as the season moves along. Farrell was contently, I don't know what you mean by that, man guy, Getting in the backfield. I think he meant to say constantly. Getting in the backfield.
Constantly. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I get my red pen. I'm sending this back to one of them. Hopefully we can build on this and get his first season soon. And Mullen was looking down his man. He balled out, which was great to see. But sadly, our offense doomed us, having 2 starting linemen out and no Ruggs, Williams, or Edwards. Renfro played well, and he had a touchdown robbed from him. And no, it wasn't robbed. He was clearly down.
He was down.
At the end of the first half, Josh Jacobs had a good game.
The enthusiasm behind it, though.
Loved it. And he recovered his own fumble. But, of course, the refs screw us over. Really? You think so?
I've heard that a lot. That's not the first time I heard that. I didn't feel that coming out of the game, though.
I didn't either. What I did see is I did see more penalties in this game after it started slipping away, which says to me sometimes, okay, are we just getting over anxious? Are we just getting a little bit more fired up?
With the pressure that they were putting on Carr, like what's a freaking hallmark of a young offensive line that's getting beat? They start
start holding,
or holding or whatever else. Yeah. So I mean, I didn't feel like that was to the detriment of the team. We just got beat, man. We got outcoached.
When we were in our heyday, we were the most penalized team in the NFL for how many years running?
Amen.
Anyway, I'm done ranting because it's a new week with the Buffalo Bills. Coming to the Death Star. Time to kick their butts. Let's go, Raiders! Yours truly, Daniel, I believe it's the same one as Matthew Mangus, proud made man, 2020. It's funny how they end things the same. That's so fake.
See, there's the
diehard Raiders fans.
They tweeted me this earlier because they're diehard A's fans just like we are, and so there's the Mangus brothers, man, with the A's right there. They're big A's fans, so there's proof right there, Mosh, that
anybody can go to Foot Locker and stand in front of that green screen, okay, and have them do whatever they need to do. Evening, fellas. Hope you're all good and welcome back to the cave. Where to begin this week? On the plus side, we're still undefeated at home. A contrast in results, fortune, and performance over weeks 2 and 3. From the near-perfect opening game in Vegas to a performance we've sadly become more accustomed to in New England. The win over the Saints was a wonderful way to open the new stadium. After the initial few minutes, we excelled against one of the toughest teams in the league. An all-around star performance. It gave us real hope that we could march into Foxborough and come away with another W. Sadly, despite a positive start, some of our old frustrations reappeared. Failure to extend our lead early on when we had the chance, stupid penalties, we missed an easy field goal, turnovers, and injuries. Again, to add to that, we decided in the second half that we didn't like tackling, and as a consequence, our failures to stop their run game was horrible to watch. We knew Belichick would have a plan for Darren Waller, especially after the Saints game, but despite that, we seemed a little void of ideas of how to combat things. Belichick made his adjustments, and we didn't respond. A reality check? For sure. That being said, it's important that everybody stays calm. We pretty much expected 1-4 or worse in the first 5 weeks. We need to stay focused on the bigger picture. The schedule is a lot easier after the bye week. Can you really say that a schedule is ever easy in the NFL? I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I do get his point, though. Like, this opening run here of 5 games leading into the bye week
is the toughest, by far the toughest.
It's our murderer's
team.
row.
Sure.
Yeah.
Easiest after the 5 weeks. That's why we have anybody fit enough to play by then. We're assembling a really good young group, and mistakes are inevitable, but we have to start putting some consistency into our performances. I haven't seen much of the Bills this season, apart from the brief highlights, so I'm not sure how good they are. Their 3-0 record suggests they'll be a handful, so it's vital that we don't make things more difficult for ourselves. Finally, tonight, a couple of points. Excuse me. I'm envious of the time you had in Vegas, especially the Stage Door Casino. Shout out to Raider Cody for putting on a great show. That really couldn't have been easy. The only thing missing for you was a Domenico's next door and access to the stadium. Amen. Hey, Jeff's in the chat.
Yeah, he's been in there for a while.
Think about Vegas. You need me to retire and run it for you? I'm in. I'm really pleased you got to be there on such a historic night. And I'm jealous as hell. My final point this week is something I noticed on Monday Night Football. I saw that Andy, fatty, fat, fatty, fat, Andy, fat, the fat man, Reed has had a purpose-built COVID face guard that fits around his fatty, fat to the fat man head. Jeez. That means that somewhere in the KC area, somebody is missing a 4-foot by 2-foot piece of plexiglass sheet. It still looks like somebody has squeezed an oversized head into a pickle jar. That fatty, fat, old fat fart. I watched this early part of the KC at Ravens game in the hope that Lamar Jackson would do something. But I started to feel too nauseous watching the Ronald McDonald's.
Oh, my gosh.
They'll keep for when we play them. Start rehearsing your victory song, Murph. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, Paul Egerton, Shropshire, Mississippi. Pauly Award winner 2019, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, five-time winner of the Raiders Fan Radio Sizzler Award.
Paul.
Paul, your name Paul?
Paul.
I met him with Paul.
Who?
Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
All right, Mosh, I'm gonna shout out the chat real quick, and the chat's making a good point here. So Coach Davis is in there, Chris B, of course, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, the Capo, who we're going to hear from in just a second, Full Metal Mexican, Ron the Mater Raider, the Big Easy, Sugar Shane, Daniel Mangus, Stacy Ruff, appreciate Jeff Murphy from Domenico's is in there, Big Raider Trucker, Emiliano, the Sizzler is in there. And we did get hosed on that Josh Jacobs fumble. And
Okay.
And that's a good call out. And I hadn't thought about that when we were talking about that a minute ago.
Right.
As far as, yes, that was a terrible call by the refs. Jacobs clearly recovered his own fumble, and so that's a good call out. I forget who had said that, but appreciate that. That's a good point there. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, you can call the show 909-345-3346. Leave our message 3 times, and if we play it, you become a made man or a made woman. And the leader of that crew of the made men and made women is Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. We call him Capo.
My buddy.
Yes, sir. And he always kicks off this segment.
Greetings, Don Murph, Consigliere Moss, Underboss Sonny, Sergeant at Arms, the Sizzler, Big Raider Trucker, Mojo from When the Universe Speaks, and Ramon the Meme King, the new RFR correspondent, and of course, Swag Jeff. Nation, it's your Capo Aaron the Q-Dog Raider coming to you from the great state of Texas. First, I preface this call by, basically in full disclosure, saying that I hate the New England Patriots. That being said, the Raiders have started a new trend, and baby, it ain't good. The NFL has launched multiple investigations of the team, one for allowing an unauthorized team employee, according to Adam Schefter, into the locker room after the win on Monday Night Football over the Saints. Now, under the NFL's new protocols, only 40 employees per team are allowed in the locker room. The only way that the employees can get there, basically, is if you're a member of the coaching staff, a trainer, equipment staffers, the GM, and only one person from the security team, and whether or not you're a public relation or a communication employee department member, that's it. So we'll find out what's going on with this. But also, the Raiders, they've received a fine of $100,000 for Chucky not wearing his mask during Monday Night Football. Then, subsequently, the team got fined $250,000 for Gruden's actions following the game. Now, we've hit the waiver wire, too, as far as, good press is concerned, because now, due to the stupidness and ineptness of our team, and it's amazing how they can get over a loss in New England so quickly, but more than 50 people gathered in violation of Nevada state law attended Darren Waller's Foundation event without masks and being photographed repeatedly without those masks. Fellas, we got to get this stuff together because, we lose against the Bills. I mean, we could actually be looking at free fall, but I'm not going that direction. Going to keep it positive. And speaking of positivity, Jonathan Abram was positively atrocious against the doggone pass this past weekend. I mean, we lost count of how many times that he missed tackles against the Patriots. I mean, the New England running backs, had him on skates all day. And for what it's worth, Rex Burkhead, he already made the Pro Bowl just on that game alone. come on, man, we got to watch out for this kid, man. I mean, the knock on him coming out of Mississippi State was that, he can get a little bit loose in the secondary, tighten it up. And could we be looking at the possibility that Corey Littleton is actually an average linebacker? I mean, for the money that we pay for him, $11.75 million per year, I mean, when's he going to step up and dominate? Let's keep that open. He's better than what we had, but he's not as good as what we paid for. Now, the injury bug, I'm telling you, is starting to dig in. I know that's part of the game, next man up, but how many times can you say that? With Terrell Williams, Benedict Brown, Nick Kowski, Sam Young, Brian Edwards, Damon Arnett, Richie Incognito, Henry Ruggs III. And, man, I ain't too sure on how Josh Jacobs is doing either. He's limping around. The hit list, no need.
Rue. What'd you do?
Oh, sorry. He comes back here. I think.
Here first.
There it is. Sorry about that.
Respect goes out to Kevin the Raider Nerd, B-Dog in the Pasture, Raider Boy Enrico, Haley from Scotland, Watts Raider, Sugar Shane, Bobby Wasabi, Raider Homer, His Lordship, Paul from Shropshire, iPad, Monster Mash Ken, Running Bear, Coach Davis, Raider Lim, Raider Clem, Oso Raider, Big Easy Raider, Raider 1975, Fabricated Gill, Y.O. Raider, Dead Scroll Stephen H-Town, Ron and Alliance, Splatterhead, and congratulations on episode 51 of the Fan Club Blitz. Rue.
All right, appreciate Aaron the Q-Dog Raider as always. So I got a couple things here. So, and I'm going to take one on the nose here as I bring this up. The Raiders have been highly criticized about this function for the Waller Foundation. Now, they raised over $300,000 for Darren Waller's foundation that is going to the rehabilitation for those that are dealing with substance abuse issues. So the purpose behind all this thing is very admirable, and I commend the Raiders teammates that came out on behalf of Darren Waller on behalf of this foundation. Now, they're getting criticized because there was a lot of photo ops and a lot of appearances where they weren't wearing their masks. The reason I'm taking this on the nose is that when we were at Stage Door Casino, when we were on camera, we had our masks off, and unfortunately, there was some folks around us that were not following the proper protocols, hooting and hollering with their masks off as well, and we heard it from a number of you. I would say this: it looked a lot worse than really what it was. John at Stage Door did a really good job of keeping everybody in their place and keeping everybody, when they were off camera, was wearing masks. But there was people that weren't following the rules, and there was some folks that actually snuck into the place, and that's why the numbers got bigger than what they did. But quickly, John reverted and got people out of there. So anyways, I was in the middle of something that was similar, highly criticized. So I'm not above that. So I'm going to throw that out there. So I don't want to think I'm not throwing stones in a glass house.
Okay.
That's it. Well, because I'm going to throw this all to you, but I wanted to set that up first. So that said, I want to hear from Mosh on the charity event, but also this. Gruden got criticized for not wearing his mask on the sideline and also got fined for it. My question is this. This is not anything political. This is just purely a straight question. If everybody's been tested multiple times and everyone tests multiple times negative, what's the point of having a coach on the sideline with a mask other than pandemic theater? That one I don't necessarily understand. But that said, even Mosh went through an entire thing getting one of his productions put on, and I'm not going to speak for him because I want to hear from him and I want you to hear from him. But the point was that Mosh adjusted what he did in order to achieve the result, which was put on a show. Shouldn't these coaches do the same thing? I don't know, because I'm on both sides of this. Mosh, please, the floor.
You remember flashback, woo, way back. I got to go back to Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin. Point, counterpoint.
Okay.
Murph, you ignorant slut. I used to love when he'd do that to Jane Curtin.
It was the best.
Here's my issue with it.
Okay.
The state of Tennessee, okay, where we happen to be right now. Okay. You and I can go out. There is only one or two counties left where we live, okay, that mandate masks.
Correct.
Okay. So masks aren't mandated everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, I work in a county that does not mandate masks, but my local authority, my school board, says you wear the mask. So if I want to work, I wear the mask. I don the mask. I do what my boss tells me to do. Okay? It's up to them to tell me when I can and when I can't wear my mask. So if these guys travel to Nevada, where they play, and Nevada says you will wear your mask, then you wear your mask. If they go to Denver and in Colorado, masks aren't mandated, will they have the option to take off their masks, or is this the NFL who absolutely has the governing body over them? Are they going to abide by local law, or are they going to abide by who writes their checks?
Well, they're a private entity, so if they want to say our employees need to wear a mask,
if they want to say your employees wear masks, your employees wear masks. So I'm with you. I go both sides of that. But speaking to what you talked about, I wanted to do a show, and I had these kids that started rehearsing this show, auditioning, casting, getting ready for what they wanted to do in December, and here it was July, and these guys didn't get to do what they wanted to do. So I said, what do you want me to do? You need to wear masks. You need to socially distance. I had to spread my set out wider. I had to make sure that everybody was in compliance. When the kids left, I personally had to wipe down all 663 seats of my auditorium by myself with the stuff, wearing the hazmat suit, so these guys could do what they had to do. If John Gruden, who's making $10 million a year for 10 years, wants to coach in the NFL, and they say wear a mask, wear the damn mask, Chuck.
Sounds pretty simple. Knock on wood if you're with them. Well said, Uncle Mike.
You know, I mean, I don't know. I hate the mask, but I really like my lifestyle.
Yeah, right. There you go.
know, and
yeah.
I really like my
like
paycheck.
your job.
I like having a check twice a month. I like working with kids. I like doing what I do. Until I go run the Dominicos in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But the point is, I'm going to do what they tell me to do.
Amen.
They tell you to wear the mask. Wear the mask.
Wear the mask.
Yeah.
All right. And don't poke holes in it and eat chicken wings through it like Mosh did here.
Well, that's here with you.
It was different. All right, here we go. Let's get to the voicemails, to more of them anyways. Let's run through these. We're going to start running short on time, so we're going to blaze through these. Let's start off with our buddy Miguel.
What is up, Raider Nation? This is Miguel Ruiz calling from Bakersfield, California. I hope this call finds everybody in good spirits. It's game day. I was just calling to ask everyone in the chat, everyone in the nation, to take some time to pray for a lot of people who have been affected by the violence across this great country. It's been unfortunate, but I just ask if you all would just take time, pray for everybody, keep each other safe, keep Raider Nation in your prayers, and it's game day. Let's get a win. Just win, baby.
Dig it, Miguel. Appreciate that, man. And yeah, absolutely. Prayers up for anybody affected by that. And, just prayers up for peace, man. We just need some unity and just some serenity. You know what I mean? So absolutely appreciate that. Call out Miguel and call us back, man. And let us know some more of your takes, man. Appreciate hearing from you. All right, next up, Mosh. You know the city.
You know the city and you know the caller. Raider Bethel, 9-vote over here. Man, I'm pumped. I love that win last night. By the way, I'm going to go on a little rant later on, so you might want to use the bleep button. Anyway, I love that game. My birthday's today. I can finally drink some beer, and I think Modelo's probably the best one. I don't know what beer is good because I've never tried any beer until now, being 21. So yeah. Anyway,
well played.
The game in the Raiders, it was great because Raiders held the time of possession, and I'm cool with these checkdowns. We don't need to lob the ball down the field. I'm cool with these little checkdowns because the time of possession the Raiders are having, and third down conversions have been really good. And that also helped us a lot. Now, on to my rant. During halftime, I like to just check on my phone, have time pass by, and I saw these fans complaining about the team right at the beginning. They're like, oh, Kamara scored, the season's over, blah, 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 blah. Shut up, watch the game, stop being on your phone, just watch the game. Have you seen any Raider games in the past 4 years? They're always close, and at the fourth quarter, Whoever wins, wins. It's not first quarter that the team is already going to beat us. No. Wait it out. And look what happened. We won by 10 points. When was the last time the Raiders won by 10 points? Tell me that. Not even a year ago, we couldn't win by 10 points. Anyway, that's all to my rant. 2-0. Glad I could watch it with my grandpa. Grandma's watching. As always, go Raiders.
All right, good stuff there from Beto. And, so happy birthday. Happy 21st birthday. I would like to say that I didn't taste my first beer until I was 21, but when I was 3, someone gave me my first beer.
It shut your ass up. It was about 2 years later you puked on my girlfriend, so.
Raise them right.
I have that picture somewhere.
Oh, man. All right, next up, let's hear from Adam Hill.
What up, Murph, Mosh, Swag, Jeff? It's your boy, Adam Hill. I'm just calling in because nobody thought we could beat the stupid Saints. Oh, my gosh. And we freaking did it. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was like, all right, if we lose this game, it's okay. But you know what? We didn't lose. We won this game. And I know I'm cussing a lot, and I'm sorry. You better use that bleep button for me. But goodness gracious. We didn't need no Marcus Mariota swag. We didn't need nobody but Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs. And who was his receivers? Darren Waller. So, freaking, I'm ready to take on the whole entire NFL. Matter of fact, we can take on the world. Send us to London. I don't care. Thank you, and bye-bye.
All right, good stuff there from Adam Hill.
Adam,
man.
you might want to talk to Beto. Beto, you can learn something from Adam.
Oh man, good stuff there from Adam. So we see in the chat all the time. First time we've heard from Adam, and actually we're going to hear from Adam again. All right, great stuff there from Adam Hill. Keep calling us back, man. 2 more, and you become a made man here on Raiders Fan Radio. Next up, this guy is kind of like Ken.
Hey, Murph, Mosh. Hey, this is Caller Greg from Tennessee. Hey, we're 2-0, baby. Raiders look good. Carr looks good. Waller's awesome. Carr's throwing the ball. Just about everybody on the team looking good. Hey, we got New England this weekend. We're going to be the ones ending up with the happy ending, not Bob Kraft. So go Raiders. Let's be 3-0, and I'll hang up and listen. See ya.
All right. Appreciate you, Greg. So, Mosh, we it's only we're an hour and a half, and we've got a little bit of time. You want to go ahead and hit the button and make Greg?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 7 more, buddy.
Okay, let's get to Rev.
Okay. If we have time
What's
at the
going
end.
on, Murph? Uncle
You want to get Greg at the end if we got time?
Yeah.
Okay, we got time.
Mosh, Young Swaggo, Rev Raider caller from Jersey. I know you guys are off, but I still wanted to get on here and talk my bovine excrement after this dope victory on Monday, Sitting there watching at the beginning of the game, I noticed, just watching the cast at the beginning, how the announcers were just sitting there talking about, basically the Saints this, how great the Saints are, at the opening of our stadium and stuff. And I was just like, yo, let's get this straight. We're not in here with the Saints. The Saints are in here with the Raiders.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And if you think you're going to come in here and just run over the squad, well, you better bring your lunchbox and your hard hat because we're about to put some work in, and it's going to be a long day, And I just want to say put some respect on my team's name,
there we go.
To all the haters. The talking heads, the guys on First Take on ESPN, Cynthia Freeland on Game Theory, who's always predicting that we're going to suck or we're going to do bad, Put that in your mathematical metrics and smoke that, Because we just showed them and we put them on notice, that we are a team to be trifled with, Overall, loved the game. Darren Waller balled out. You know, he balled out, and I just can't wait to see when Carr just starts to sync up with these guys real soon, you know. It's going to be a dope time, you know, and we're going to be a scary sight, you know. So, also, just seeing what we can be as a defense, we got a lot of improvements to make. That's going to make us even more scary, you know. And Friday fashion of Pops for Friday, I'm going to just say this. D-line, the word for this week is S-A-C-K. Get your ass a sack.
Come on.
You know, but that's all I got. Feeling like Booby Miles in Friday Night Lights, you know, when he flashed the Black Knights on the table, on the bench. We distinguished now. But that's all I got. I'ma holler at y'all. Peace.
All right, good to hear from our buddy Rev Raider, and he called it right there. And what happened? Max Crosby got a couple sacks in that game.
Sure did.
So obviously the result wasn't what we all wanted, but good call out there, Rev. Good to hear from you, my friend. And so all these calls, Mosh, have been pre-New England game,
right?
And so now we've got a transitional call, and our buddy Kevin the Raider nerd, who kind of covers both, and then all of the rest of them are going to be post-Patriots game, and you'll notice a discernible change in tone.
What up, Raider Fans Radio? This is Kevin the Raider Nerd. Okay, I got to try to do this like it's two different calls because you didn't have a show last week, and there's so much emotion going between both weeks. So here we go. Okay, week one. Week two, actually. Oh, my God, freaking Vegas was awesome. I want to give a huge shout-out to you, Murph, also to Raider Cody, also to Swag Jeff, everyone, of course, at the Stage Door Casino. We had a great time, and boy, Vegas was awesome. They were there, welcome with open arms. It was just great to be there, celebrating with all of the super fans at the fan rally there in front of Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium was awesome. But Murph, Swag, I just want to say I had a great time with you guys there in Vegas at Stage Door Casino, celebrating that wonderful win. It was awesome. Thank you so much for letting me be part of that. I want to thank Vegas. That was a huge, huge win, not just for the Raiders, but just for the lasting memory of that moment, and, of course, a huge win for Vegas as well. Okay, on to week two. Boo! 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 Ah! Freaking Patriots! You suck!
Jeez.
All right, so
turn down your earbuds.
We didn't play well. We all hate Carr again, apparently.
I know.
Our defense continues to suck. Injuries. We're going limping home. Frick it! I love my Raiders. I don't care. I'm excited. I love them. No, we don't have the high hopes of what's going on. But you know what? We're Raider Nation. We're going to try and get through this. Trying to be positive. Trying. Oh, my God. Such highs, such lows. Okay. Got that in my system. F you, Cheatriots. F you, Belichick. We're on to the Bills. We're playing at home at the Death Star.
Come on.
I'm excited. Again, thank you, Murph. Thank you, Swag. And, of course, Uncle Mosh, all the made men. Love seeing some of you guys there. Love seeing the shout-outs. I want to give a shout-out to, of course, to Monster Mash Ken. Getting me on his show last week. That was awesome, man. Appreciate you, bro. And I just loved all the feedback. Loved seeing all of my friends in the Silver and Black UK, all my other friends out there. It was great. It was just great to share that weekend in Vegas. And F you, Patriots! Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, you can now return your volumes back to the normal level.
I had to take my headset off.
Kevin, you're the best, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, of course, man. Great to see you down there. And that was a great time. I'm gonna shut up because I'll get rambling again. What an amazing time that was for Raider Nation. All right, next up, let's hear from our buddy Houston Raider Steve.
Hey, Murph, Mosh, Swag, Jeff, Houston Raider Steve. Boy, that last game was a disaster. Paul Gunther's got to go. You don't make halftime adjustments while the other team does, and you wonder why your team loses. What is this, the movie Groundhog Day? Saying, you know what, different day? Man, this is just, he needs to be given the pink slip. I've had enough of his crap. I'm tired of him having the same old look on the sidelines, like he's a deer in the headlights, doesn't know what the hell's going on. I wouldn't make him manager of being the person that services the Slurpee machine at 7-Eleven. And by the way, Trent Brown, you went from being all pro to all Dunkin' Donuts? Please, you need to get rid of this guy. Where was his off-season conditioning program? He just keeps putting on the damn weight. He's a wasted talent. Get rid of him after this year, zero cap space. John Gruden, your offense is like watching a pacer car go down the freeway with bad gas, sputtering. Al Davis used to be bombs away during the Cliff Branch days. We're more like, this is Beverly Hillbillies offense. We do JV offense. Hell, this team can't, it's just boring. You don't stretch the field. God knows, you by doing this offense, you're shrinking the field. And at our age, nobody likes shrinkage. Come on, give me a break. Open up the damn offense. Throw the damn ball. Please, spare me. We're back. I don't know when. If John Gruden ever pulls his head out of his you-know-what, runs the damn offense, they don't change things up. I want to be out there minding my own business and enjoying the sunshine instead of wasting my time on this crap show. Go Raiders.
All right. So, Houston Raiders. I love the passion and the fire out of Houston Raiders Steve, who's such a positive man. But I got to say, bad gas, sputtering, that's like a family curse, Mosh.
I'm telling you. I never trust one of those.
All right, next up, let's hear from our buddy Adam Hill again.
All right, it's Adam again from San Diego. Man, oh man, I'm trying to tell you, this breaks my heart. But it's like kind of like all right, we got to fill our royal oats against the Saints, and then now we're like, we could have beat the Patriots. But we got screwed with fumbles, and then we got screwed with the fumble with Derek Carr, and there's like 2 fumbles. We can't have turnovers.
Turn your blinker off, Adam.
So that's just as bad. But anywho, it's like, Jesus, I was ready to take on the world, but we got injuries. So we got to get our middle linebacker back with Kwiatkowski, and we'll be able to stop the run. We got to get Henry Ruggs back so Darren Waller could get open. We got to make sure Josh Jacobs stays healthy because, he's fighting the injury bug already, and it's like, come on, here we go again with the injury bug. And Derek Carr, he's only as good as his offensive line. The guy can't be a good quarterback without his right tackle and then his left guard. It's like, you try playing quarterback and have some 300-pound lineman run your guard over that's a rookie, and then you got a right tackle that's not there to protect you, even though Denzel Good, he's doing good. And I hope Google Voice ain't going to get me, so I'm going to cut this real quick.
He's the best.
So, screw you, Google Voice. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.
Nicely done, Adam Hill. Now, Mosh, he called us after the Saints game and then called us after the Patriots game. So I played both of his voicemails. I say that counts 2 towards being a made man. What do you think?
No.
No?
No, I like him too much. He's got to call in 5 times.
Oh, five times. Adam Hill, man, he's always in the chat. And that was awesome.
Kills me.
That was awesome. Keep calling us back, my friend, man. You are well on your way to becoming a made man. All right, Mosh, speaking of, well, actually, before we do that, you remember this? He said, screw you, Google Voice.
Yeah.
Google Voice we reached out to for comment.
Oh.
What the hell, man? You trying to put me out of work?
Sorry, Google Voice clearly issued the challenge.
And Google Voice didn't have near as many cocktails.
No. Adam Hill, I say you run your next voicemail up to 2 minutes and 57 seconds, man. Challenge Google Voice. Don't take none of his crap. All right, next up, speaking of the made men, let's hear from our good friend, Coach Davis.
What up, Murph, Uncle Marsh, Swag Jeff, Capo, Aaron the Q-Dog, Raider? This Coach Davis checking in, man. I owe y'all a bit of an explanation. Y'all know I disappeared for a while, but I done figured some things out. All right. So, as y'all know, Google Voice cut me off. I told him to check my file. I drove Google headquarters. I kidnapped the fool, put him in the trunk, drove him over here to West Texas, southeast New Mexico, and I buried him on a drilling rig. All right? And then a week or two later, I hear he's getting somebody else. Kind of shook me a bit, man. There's only 3 things on this Thursday I'm afraid of, man. It's the Lord, ghosts, and heights. You know what I'm saying? So he came back, and I was like, man, I know Q done shot him before, but I thought maybe, Q thought it was just a bad shot. But, man, when I hit it, don't get back up. So it freaked me out a little bit. So then I'm watching Cam on Sunday, right? And it's the Cam of 2011, 12, 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? Before the ankle surgeries and the shoulder surgeries and all that. I'm like, man, what is going on over here, right? So I started thinking about the Patriots. Tom Brady tears his ACL, right? Achilles, whatever he did, went out for the year, steps in Matt Castle. They go 10-6 or 12-4, one of the two, I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes over there. Their career is revived. You know what I'm saying? See Randy Moss, Corey Dillon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when they leave, it's just like they're bust. So I was thinking, like, man, what's going on? Then I figured it out. Robert Kraft is part of the elite. How do I know this? Because he goes and get massages and nothing happens to him. He's got to be part of the elite. So I figured out what's going on over there in New England. Man, we're not fighting against flesh and blood. They're cloning them over there, bro. Just like on Space Jam, man. They're taking great players' essence and they're putting them in these fools' bodies and they're making them Patriots. They're the real evil empire. It's time to quit playing football like we're playing against flesh and blood. It's time to start just destroying all of them. All right, love y'all. I'm out.
Oh, my gosh, Coach Davis, you rule, man. So funny. Oh, man. All right, so, all right. All right, Mosh, we got one more to get to. Before we do, I'm going to shout out the chat. Pirate 1975, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Sugar Shane, Full Metal Mexican, Raider Vic is in there, Michelle Sweat, Made Woman Michelle Sweat is in there, Ron the Mater Raider, and Adam Hill is in there. And I want to acknowledge something that Guarab Raider says. Guarab, thank you for joining us in the chat. He says you guys are way too soft on this team and forgiving, and that's why this team is what it is. Look, man, there's plenty of places on the internet to find folks that want to be critical of the team, and we can be critical as well, but the vibe around here in the fan cave is we like to have a good time, man. Regardless of how the team plays, we want to have fun.
You stick around, Guarb. You'll find out that we take a lighter side journey into the dark side.
Well said, Mosh. All right, speaking of that, let's get to our good friend in the Canary Islands, Mosh, Raiderborn Rico.
Hey guys, Raiderborn Rico here. So first of all, I'm proud of my team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Then I'm proud of the defense. I don't care what the people say. The people probably don't know because they probably never play a team sport in their life. If you ever play a team sport in your life, it doesn't have to be pro sport. You will know that playing on defense is a lot more harder and exhausting than playing on offense. For 2 quarters and more, this defense gives a lot of opportunities for the offense for execute. They couldn't do it. We were talking right now about a different game if it wasn't for the offense. Then we were dealing with other things. We were dealing with the injuries. It was just a hard Sunday. Well, to all of you that last week were talking about we go into the Super Bowl with the best team in the NFL, Carr is our God, John Gruden is the best coach we ever had. Well, to all of you that were saying all these things, and this week we're throwing everybody under the bus, well, do me a favor. Next game, you pick up your phone and you call your Kansas City Chiefs friends, because I know you have a lot of them, because deep inside, you know what you are. You're a Chiefs fan.
Oh,
so
Rico.
Call them and show them what you got on your phone, because I know I can smell you. Show them that you got Travis Kelce in your fantasy league. Show them that this year nobody can steal your Froggy Mahomes and you pick it in the first round. Show them. Call your Seahawks fan, 49ers fan, Rams fan, Broncos, Chargers, and another crappy team. I don't want to name it anymore right now. call your creepy team friends and do a favor. Do us a favor. Do me a favor. Stay away from the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, my gosh. Rico, you rule, man. He's the absolute best. And I love if you're not in our chat, you're missing out. Our chat room is so dang funny, and their responses to Rico are always absolutely hilarious. So so appreciate you. And Mosh, who do we got tonight? So tell us what we do with the voicemails and the emails around here.
Gosh, well, the emails were amazing as always. We heard from Manguy, the Big Easy, Pirate 1975 a couple times. RPZD Joker, Paul. And then we jumped right into the voicemails. Capo, of course, no hit list tonight. First time in a long time. Miguel, stop the madness. Play ball. Beto, happy 21st birthday, Beto. Adam Hill, first call. Fired up, and let's just say he was happy. Caller Greg in Tennessee. This is the first time Caller Greg in Tennessee referred to the Raiders as we. Yeah, did you notice that?
I think he's converting.
He's converting.
Yeah.
Lord knows we've been giving him Raiders jerseys for 10 years for Christmas.
Come on, Greg.
I loved his shot at Robert Kraft.
That was pretty funny.
Of course, we don't like to talk about Robert Kraft shots.
No,
okay.
no.
Rev Raider calling out the news folks. I love that, and his Friday Night Lights shout out.
That was
good.
No
free shout outs here.
Yeah.
Kevin, the Raider nerd, talking about how much fun he had in Vegas, blowing my eardrums out. Hey, Kev, happy 50th birthday. Historian Steve, man,
he was a little feisty.
He jumped back to Groundhog Day. He's like, come on. But my favorite part about his call, other than the shrinkage reference, was, what did you do in the offseason? Train at Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't have a problem with that.
No.
Okay. But that's not me.
They sponsor the Western Annex of the Merch Fan Cave desk.
Adam Hill called back. He was a lot less drunk. Not. And then, of course, Rico. He's basically just said, folks, you ain't down with us? Get the stepping. I mean, Rico just called him out, man.
31 other teams. Go pick one.
They're out there. And, maybe a couple of these other folks can takes a couple of these guys with us that are visiting tonight. But tonight.
Mosh calling it out.
Tonight, our Google Voice. Because of the Space Jam reference.
Oh,
come on, Coach Davis.
Do it. Yes.
Come on. You the man, Coach Davis.
I am the Sizzler.
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 And if I'm not mistaken, Coach Davis is our first family member on here that I think he had the COVID.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think so. I think I saw that in the chat, and we're glad, man. We're glad that he's back and back with us, and
glad healthy.
And
yes,
but
absolutely.
he's joined the team, and he's just it's out, man. Google, watch out for Coach Davis.
Oh my gosh,
Coach Davis ain't playing.
No, Google is hiding out in the corner of the fan cave right now.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders.
You know why we are here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Are you as tired as I am, dude?
I'm wrecked. I'm hanging on here, man. So
can I go home?
Yeah, hit the outro. Appreciate Raider Nation. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. in Murph's Fan Cave, man. We love you so much, man. The Raider fan community. Guarb Raider, man, it's not about the team. It's about the family of Raider Nation. And for anybody out there that you're just looking for a place to hang out and have a good time and talk some Raiders football, man, this is the spot for you. Thank you for all the support you give us each and every week here at Murph's Fan Cave for Raiders Fan Radio. Shout out the chat one more time. Guarb Raider, Stacy Ruff is in there, the Big Easy, Daniel Menges, Coach Davis, Gratz on the Sizzler, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Michelle Sweat is in there, Running Bear is in there. Appreciate all of you. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, appreciate each one of you each and every week that join
Raider
us.
Vic, Sugar
Get me out of here,
Shane,
Mosh. I'm
Full
going to
Metal
bed.
Mexican, you're low. Oh, no.
What?
Greg, I'm so sorry, bro.
Oh, we're out of time. Oh, Greg.
The outro music is playing, and we're under contract with that.
Yeah, we got to get out, man. Sorry. We'll catch you next time. Next show.
We got him.
179, we got you.
We got you, bro. We promise. We promise. Man, shout out to my buddy Jeff Murphy. Man,
yes,
supplying me with the Mosh Reuben again tonight.
Reuben.
Thank you to my little nephew over there, the 3-year-old beer drinker, for paying for it. And
thank you, Mosh, for coming back and killing another episode of Raiders Fan Radio,
it was
man.
my
We miss
pleasure.
you.
It was fun. Oh, I screwed up. I didn't hit the dislike button. Oh, I'll get it later.
You'll get it later.
I'll get it about the same time I get Greg's made man.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, tonight for listening. We appreciate you. This is your old Uncle Mosh speaking for Murph, my little nephew over there, and for the missing Swaggy J. You've been listening to Guarv, this is for you. Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey. That's where we have fun into the dark side. Remember, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland. Good night, everybody. Drive safe. Wear your damn mask. God bless. I saw that Andy, fatty, fat, Andy Fat, the fat man, Reed,